Hey guys, it's Miss Narez here with another art lesson from my home studio in Coppell, Texas.
Today we're going to answer this question: what is perspective? As you might have noticed, perspective is a very fancy word, but it's not so hard to understand. If you can make a blank piece of paper like this one seem like there's a real space on it, then you have created perspective. One way that artists have learned to make perspective on their paper is by changing the size and the placement of the objects they draw. They can make things look more close up or more far away. I like to say near and far. In our project today, we're going to take a visit to the farm and see if we can show near and far with our farm animals. Let's start by drawing a cow. A cow that's close to us, very near. We'll need kind of a U shape for the head and close it off with a round shape at the top. And it kind of looks like an oval or a circle. Make sure you draw big and draw close to the bottom of the paper. Don't forget to take a break and pause the video when you need to. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to draw the body of the cow. We're going to start on the side of his face. We're going to go out and down and around, making a big cow body, just like this. Remember to take your time and do your best. Now let's add details. Let's draw a curved line to show where the cow's mouth is. You can also call that its snout. It's the part of his face that sticks out. Now we'll draw two round shapes that look like ears for our cow. And how about a curvy line at the top of his head? It looks like he's got some extra hair there. That's pretty cute. Oh, let's not forget the nostrils. We can draw two tiny little curved marks to show where his nose holes are. Ooh, what about some big cartoon eyes? You can draw two circles. And then you can put a black circle in the middle. We call that the pupil. I think our cow needs some legs. We can draw 4 straight lines for the legs. Or if you know how to make a little bit more detailed of a leg, you could try that too. How about a tail? I start with a curvy letter, S, and I draw a little shape on the end for the hair. So cute. Okay guys, don't forget to pause when you need to. Now I like my cow to have big black spots on him, so I'm going to draw some curvy spots. And these spots don't need to be perfect because every cow has its own individual spots, so anything you draw is going to look just right. The next thing that we will do is move up high on the paper, and we're going to draw a horizontal line going from one side to the other. This is a special line that artists use, and we call it the horizon line. On the horizon line, how about we draw a barn? Let's start with a square. And next we'll draw a curved line on top for the top of the barn. And don't forget the details. We'll draw a big barn door, big enough for the cows to fit through. But notice it's kind of small. That's because it's far away. That's what we call perspective. Near and far drawing. Keep going, add another one. This is where the hay can be stored in the top of the barn. Now how about a fence? If we draw 2 more of those long lines but stop when we get to the barn, we will have a fence that looks like it's on both sides of the barn. But we're going to need some vertical lines that go up and down to hold that fence up. That's it. Nice. Let's draw a lamb next, but we'll move a little bit higher on the paper and we'll make him just a little smaller so that he looks a little farther away. We'll start with an oval. Let's add some droopy ears. They kind of look like ovals too. And then the body. This time the body is going to be fluffy like a cloud. Now for the legs. How many do they need? That's right, 4. Let's give this a little curly hair at the top too. One curvy line. And then for the mouth, we're going to draw the letter Y. Now for the eyes, but this time I think I'll make them a little smaller than the cow's eyes. Just like that. Oh, let's not forget the tail, but a lamb's tail is just a little furry, sticky outy guy. It's not long and swingy like a cow. Okay, let's take a look. Does your cow look near and your lamb look a little bit farther away? If not, that's okay. We're just practicing and having fun, so let's try again and we'll make some even smaller and farther away this time. Pause here if you need to, and then we'll move along. Let's try drawing another lamb, but this time we'll move up higher on the paper and we'll try drawing his face a little smaller and all his details and body parts just smaller. And I hope he looks farther away. Near and far in art is fun to learn. Do you remember that fancy word? Perspective is what you guys are creating. Okay, take your time and do your best, and we'll draw some more animals too. How about another cow? Only farther away. So move higher on the paper and start by drawing his head, but make it smaller than the first cow's head. Add some ears. Then we'll add all the other parts. We're going to need his hair on top. We'll need a line for the snout. 2 lines for the nostrils. And don't forget his eyes. Now we'll draw the body. See how it's much smaller than the first cow. That's what we're looking for. Keep going. You can add legs. You can add a curvy tail with some hair on the end. And don't forget his beautiful spots. Maybe make them a little different than the last cow. Let's think of a couple other animals that we can draw on our farm. Maybe some smaller animals will help us create near and far perspective. Let's start with a curved line for the head of our chicken. Then we're going to draw a curved line for the body that goes out and stops. Let's connect the head and the body with a straight line like this. Now it looks like our chicken kind of has a tail sticking out. And we can even put some curved lines on it to draw the tail feathers. We're going to need some chicken legs. You can even draw a little claw sticking out for our chicken feet. I like to draw 3 little lines like this. What else does a chicken need? Oh, yep, you're right. It's gonna need a beak. And an eye. His other eye's on the other side of his body. Oh, very good. Keep going. You can have feathers on the head. You could have feathers on its wing. And you could even draw that funny little red thing that hangs down that some people call a wattle. For our next animal, how about we draw a duck? Let's start with a circle for its head. And we can use an oval for the body, but stop short of closing that oval so that we can put a little pointy tail on the end with a little triangle, just like that. Okay, next up we'll add the details. Our duck's going to need some legs and some little duck feet. And of course, a little duck beak. Let's make it a triangle. Oh, wait, they're not pointy on the ends, are they? They're kind of round. Let's try for round beak this time. And don't forget your eyes. Okay, let's give him some feathers for his wings. And then we'll close that off to show the whole wing like this. Great job, guys. And I think for the feet, I'm going to go in and close off those toes so that it looks more like a little duck's foot instead of a chicken foot. That's better. So these are our chicken and ducks that are really close to us. See, they're farther down on the paper. Now we'll move higher up on the paper and make a duck and a chicken that are far away. But remember, we have to make them smaller. Let's start with the chicken head. Remember, it's a curved line for the head and another curved line that stops and connect with a straight line for the pointy tail. We'll draw our little chicken feet and our chicken wing, chicken tail feathers, chicken head feathers. What else? A beak, an eye, and a waddle. Voila! And how about one more chicken that's really far away, so we have to make it really tiny. Draw another chicken, just like you did before, only this time higher on the page and much smaller. He'll look so far away. How about we add some details even farther away in the sky? Let's start with a big giant sunset. You'll need a curved line. Looks kind of like a hill, but when you put the lines coming out for the rays, it definitely looks like the sunset. That's nice. And how about two birds? If you use the letter V to make a bird, it looks like a bird that's very far away. And if you make a smaller one, the other bird will look even farther away. So we have cows that look near and birds that look super far away. Next, we'll use color to outline our farm. I'm going to start with a yellow in the background to outline my sun. Remember, outlining is when you use a marker to cover up your pencil marks. It's good to use pencil first so you can erase when you make a mistake. But when you have everything just the way you like it, you can outline with marker like I'm doing. So I'm going to continue outlining, and every time I find an object, I'm going to pick a color that I'd like for it to be, and that is how I will outline the rest of my artwork. You can watch Miss Narez for a moment, and you can pause anytime you're ready so that you can do all of your outlining. I think maybe I'll speed up the video now so that my outlining goes a little quicker. But remember, you can pause anytime you'd like and take your time creating your wonderful near, far farm. When I'm done outlining, I like to use an eraser to go over any lines that may not have gotten covered up. You know, you're trying to land on the right spot, but that doesn't always happen. So it's a really great idea to go back with an eraser and get rid of any pencil marks that are still showing. It just makes your art look a lot neater. And when your art looks like it's neat and you've done your best work, we call that having good craftsmanship. So this is a good step for that. Now it's time for us to finish our near far farm by using crayon to color in. You get to choose whatever colors you would like to use for all your different farm animals and parts, but I just want you to make sure that you do your best, take your time, and try to stay in the lines. And there you have it, friends. I really hope you guys had a great time with me today, and I cannot wait to see all your lovely creations.